There is a lot of people here. Wow. Do you guys like the live stream idea? I seriously have not done this on a serious sake, so please let me know if this is something that you like, and maybe we can keep doing this. So we'll just give it a minute so that if people want to jump on, they have the opportunity to before we start. Um, and then our goal, or my goal, is I want over 1,000 points in the dual tower before stopping. So that is the goal. That's what we're going to do. I think we can do this. Have I had my nothing? What? How's that name? Nothing but net. Yes, I have a coffee here, so we're good to go. Sean wants more live streams. If I can figure out how to do this and do this well, so it looks like decent, that is something that I am definitely interested in. So when we go into the dual tower, we can see that. Oh my gosh, I am quartz right now. If I look at the leaderboard, just for the realm, I'm ranked 645. I'm super low. So we're going to see how high up we can get. Um, I want 1,000 points. Realistically, I want 2,900. That's the bare bones minimum of what I want. So with this count, we are, I want to say, doing pretty good. We're missing research for the swords. Uh, so tier 13, tier 14, there is none. Chakra is very low for the swords and archers. And in case anybody missed it, we are going with humans. So I'm sorry. I know I wanted to do dwarf. I thought dwarf would be better, but we are going with humans because why not? So we're going to jump up. I'm assuming for the first few hundred, it's going to be fairly easy. And then after that, it might get a little bit more challenging simply because the front line here is just it's in rough shape. It's in rough shape for a human setup. If this count was dwarf or even lich, everything would be so much easier. But it is not. I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing in game. And forgetting to put out the Cobra stuff and everything. This is not good. Always pay attention, guys. I learn from my mistakes. I have plenty. I have plenty. Bappa, I'm sorry, I'm not Lich. I did go back to human. I was doing Lich for a little bit, but it's just I think some people either have it or they don't for Lich, and I'm unfortunately one of those people that just struggles terribly with Lich. All right, so for first one down, we should be up around 1,900 points. We'll jump into the next one. Again, these first few hundred points should not be very difficult. As we get up higher, because our front line is very low as far as health and everything, it could get a lot more challenging. And our archers right now are Chakra 11. So they as well are pretty low. And we're just going to switch things around. I'm going to put more archers out. Hopefully that will help with killing everything as fast as possible. Beckman asks, is this your main account? Yes, now it is. And Just Jesus, nice to see you, man. There's some really good people that have been with the OGC community for a long time. Alberto, I mean, he's pretty much the OG of the OGC. So again, I'm not even paying attention. He is the OG of the OGC, but there's also a bunch of other people like Just Jesus that have just been around and super helpful. So I'm really happy to see familiar faces that have been around for a while. Sean H said the players must be like, oh my god, there's a 3 million player here. Yeah, I would not be happy. Like this guy right here, I'm more than double their core. If the tables were turned, I would be crying. Hopefully not on live stream. I'd like black it out so you couldn't see me. I do one of these things. Yeah, that way you couldn't see me. That way you couldn't see me crying. See, I know a little bit about this, but technology is not my strong point. So how are you doing, Mr. Drake? Glad you're here, man. Tons of familiar faces. That this is the best part of everything in my opinion. Same thing with the OGC community chat. So I'll actually, after this fight, you know what I'll do? I'll go show you guys the account ID. So if you guys want to join the OGC community chat, you guys can. Um, the ID will be up there. Feel free to send a friend request. I'm probably not going to add you in immediately. Once the live stream's over, I'll go through and I'll add all of you guys. There's two rules for the OGC community chat. The first is please keep server drama to your server, which also includes like please be somewhat respectful towards other people. I'll give you a reminder if we keep acting up and being disrespectful towards others, then you can go on a vacation to a different chat. The other thing is please don't use the at all function simply because the primary purpose is to announce like the live streams or the new videos. So, anyways, with that, the account ID to join the OGC community chat, if you're not in there already, is 295-34-919. So again, that's 295-34-919. Send a friend request to this, and I'll add you in. It's not going to be instant. It will be after. It will be afterwards. So like right here, Mr. Chip posted OGC on the big screen. Oh my gosh, thanks, Mr. Chip. Mr. Chip's the best, by the way. So there are more YouTube channels than just mine. Some of the ones that I would highly recommend is Bag O Chips. In fact, we even have an interview with Mr. Chip on this channel. So I would highly recommend checking that out. Really, really good insight. Mr. Alberto. Alberto is a OGC member and also putting out everything in Portuguese. So if you guys speak another language, some of the videos, like the dragon videos, he'll actually redo in Portuguese to help incorporate more languages. It's absolutely cool to see. But he also has like Void like 90 something up until 135 at as human perfected. So if you guys need help in the Void, his is much more up to date than mine. So let's see some of these comments while we wait for this. So Laz, hopefully I'll meet you as well. And leg kills. I do feel bad. I do feel bad. Carnivore, Pog. That's a really good game. I used to love the Slammers. Such a good game. And IK said you get all the skins and Blue Jacks. Yes, for this count, it's missing the new Jacks and it's also missing new Avril. So eventually. Remy, keep up the good work, OGC. Love your videos. Thank you, Remy, for being here. I think if I was to be completely honest with you guys, for the amount of money that went into the whole setup and everything else, even once you add in Patreon and all of those ads that I'm sorry that you guys sit through, but thank you for doing it. Even after all of that, it's still at a net negative. So I'm kind of spending money to make videos. So I hope that you guys like it at a minimum or get something out of it. Hopefully that will change soon. We're kind of getting to that point where all of the losses will then just be nullified. Close, maybe by the end of the year. That's my goal. We have Jasco says Lord Hand versus Toby. My opinion. I really like Toby as a player. He's extremely smart. I think Lord Hand is just too strong. We're talking like 1500k core more. I think it would be a really good fight nonetheless. But just the dragonic power difference between Lord Hand and Toby. Lord Hand has that. His dragons are just too strong. I don't think many people can compete against Lord Hand. Then we have Papa asking, just started Captain America and looking for you. Oh, geez. try and find me. We'll have some fun if you can. And good afternoon to Zordon. By the way, if I butcher your names, that's like the rite of passage for the OGC community. If I pronounce your name correctly, then I'm doing something wrong. So Zordon, AOC, good afternoon, man. And we'll get on through this. So the other thing about this account that we'll have to work on is I am currently missing the Clash of Fate Mage set. So for whatever reason, the Sage set is on this, and also the um, Gladiator set. So I need to win a. Ooh, guys, we did it! We did it! We made it to bronze. We made it to bronze. Is that the goal that we were going for? No? Okay. So, actually, that this player looks familiar. So he made it to bronze. So I'm missing everything for Raxius. So I'm almost thinking that once we get up higher, I'm going to swap Raxius. Well, or not Raxius. I'll swap something else and get Vega in there because I could do an instant Vega heal right at the beginning, which might allow for everything to be a bit more tanky. Carnivore says, "What's your guess? How much money did the previous owner spend?" I don't know, and it's honestly none of my business, and nothing that I'd share. I don't like to ask those questions for other people because I wouldn't really want them to ask me it. And James Chen says, "Toby versus Dragon Ball." I think Dragon Ball has it. I don't think it's because of Toby's lack of skills. I think Dragon Ball is just literally insane. Um, I watched one of his replays where he used a few heroes in his dragon, and he fought somebody that had the person he fought probably had over 300k core. In Dragon Ball, with just a few heroes and his dragon, was able to win. It's absolutely crazy what is possible in this game. Um, of course, that player probably spent a lot more, but uh, there we go. Now we have it. Now we got the bronze. There we go. All right, so we're bronze. I feel better about myself. If this is League of Legends, we finally made it into the bronze tier. Bronze 5, let's do it. Blade Swagger says, let's go. I agree. Let's do this, man. We're going up against Daniel. Pretty soon I'm going to actually have to pay attention to the fights. Although it's really nice to be able to talk to people. I tried to be as active as possible in the OGC community chat, but between work, real life, trying to play the game and stay relevant, and then also find some time to just have to myself, it can be challenging to get a hold of everybody. So I don't know about you guys. I really like the idea of live streaming because then I can just talk with you guys as we do it. Also, if anybody out there is really good with OBS or the streaming software, please send me a message in the game. I definitely need help. I feel like a noob because I am a noob. One of the things I'd love to get is to get the chat, like the chat bar that you guys are posting in, like on the screen. I used to know how to do it when I did like live streaming stuff for Ragnarok Online, but it's been so long. I think Ragnarok Online came out in like 2001, and it was probably like 2014, 2015 that I was doing that stuff. Good evening, Justin. I hope you're doing well, man. Oh, I gotta pay attention. All right, so looks like we'll be okay in this fight. Might be another few hundred points until we get to some more challenging stuff. And Michael, how are you doing, man? We have Carnivore saying, "Oh, I thought you're Lich with the new account. What happened?" What happened is I realized that I am so bad at Lich, but I quickly realized how easy it is to beat the Lich with the skeletons, because I got destroyed with it. I think that the way that humans can do it, this is totally hypothetical. I think Dire Templars with some priests would absolutely tear up any skeleton frontline lich. But with the new scorpion buff coming out, I think a lot of lich will switch to scorpions or a variety of undead and scorpions for frontline, which that would actually be really annoying. Like if they had 3 packs of scorpions and 2 packs of skeletons, that could be extremely annoying. So yeah, definitely a little bit nervous with the new lich stuff coming up. And how are you doing, Brian? Nice to see you, man. So I did go back to human because, yeah, it's all that I know for now. I guess I could do, I guess I could also do Sylph. I feel very comfortable with Sylph, but I do think that for right now, Sylph is still very underwhelming. WKM said something about Rufio freestyle, so let's try and get our Rufio out there and do some fun stuff with Rufio. We jumped in with Rufio and he took down everything. Um, it's very nice. I'm excited to get that new headgear for the gladiators. It's the event headgear. I went over it in a previous video, but that headgear looks really cool. Where every 5 seconds it does like 10% of the gladiators' health. I'll show you. I'll show you like Bane's health in this. And after this, we'll come down. So like the Bane here, the Bane has almost 2 million health. So it's at like 1.9 million health. So with that new headgear that every 5 seconds it does 10% of his whole health damage, that's 190,000 damage every 5 seconds. So that new headgear, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to get a bunch of them. Same thing with Rufio. I wonder what Rufio's at. Where are you, my Rufio? So Rufio's only at 1.3 million. So it's yeah. I mean, it's still going to do some pretty good damage with the Leo's Pride on top of everything else. Mr. Klein corrected me. It's a trinket, not a headgear. So thank you. And Drake got me too. It's a trinket, guys, not a headgear. And Michael said, "Bro, I lag so much on Android during duels. How do you minimize the lag iOS emulator?" I don't know. You're not the only person that has the lag issues. A good friend of mine, Tyrion, is having major lag issues on a Apple device. And it's a new device too. So I don't know what solves the lag issues that people are having. If anybody knows, please let us know in the comments how to solve it. We've tried reinstalling the game. I mean, they have perfect internet connection. The devices are all new. Everything's updated. So you're not the only one that's having that issue. So I would definitely look to see if anybody out there has any advice on it. And then Carnivore says, "Do you think you can have an interview with Lettuce Gang anytime soon? That'll be really interesting for sure." Absolutely. I'm up for interviews with pretty much everyone. I extended the invitation to Lettuce King. Um, I watched a lot of his videos in the past. Now, when I have time, I do like to tune in just because it's so informative. Some of the stuff on this channel, by the way, he'll send me in private, like for a Rufio build. So some of it gets passed on. Do talk with him. Don't know if he has time for an interview or if that's something that would interest him, but and anyone I'd be willing to. I'd love to have Dragon Balls. If anybody knows him, um, please ask him for me. I sent him a message in game, but he might not know who I am or what we do. So yeah, let me know. And Brian also asked, "Am I done with Hero Spotlight?" No. So one of my plans, and it's an extremely big plan. Oh, we're going up against Lone Vega. I feel like this is Clash of Fate. One of my big plans is I want to do the Hero Spotlight overhaul since there's so many changes, and I just want to sit down on one of my days off and do every single hero. It's a really big endeavor as far as like time. Recording the actual video is easy. Doing the editing, creating the thumbnails, putting that up. It's not that any part of it is hard. It's just it all takes time, and you can't just do all of it at once. Like you have to do one thing, and then you have to do the next. Like I can only I can only create one video or render one video at a time. So it just adds on some of that stuff. It's a process. So But one of my goals, around Thanksgiving time, I'll have some time off from work, and I can just sit down and redo every hero. The problem with all these updates that they do like every single month, it seems like, is the heroes drastically change throughout. And one hero that could be useless might make a giant comeback. Rufio is a perfect example of that. Who knows? Maybe Nora will be the next one. And Brian is waiting for Lunella and now Ophidia. Yes, Lunella, I have been putting that off. I'm finally using Lunella. She's out there. So that one I can do soon. But I do still want to do an overhaul with all of them. Ian, where was I with everything? We have Bappa saying, "Come to Romania. We're fourth place in world on internet speed." That's amazing. I did not know that. Leg Kill says leg maybe based on ping to where the actual server is. Absolutely. Um, Doing those ping test things could be huge. Remy had some lag on their Android phone. They mostly play on PC. So that's one of those things. If you guys are Android, you guys can play on your PC if your PC is like much more modernized on BlueStacks. As a Apple player, I am pretty jealous of that. Uh, Reg asked, why is your might just 2K? My might is only 2K because the stamina is just about 3,000 and the command is extremely high as well. So the goal is to win might and command every time. So I'm sorry, to win stamina and command every time. That way, the frontline troops, which are missing out on a lot of chakra and all of the tier 13 and 14 research, I can show you that real quick. So for swords, we're missing out on a ton of research. So under the tier 14, once that gets maxed out, that's 20% health and attack. I'm missing that, and this is only at 29. And each one increases the health. So because of that, winning the stamina is really important for the swords on this count. And then command, as long as your base attack is high enough, command is huge for increasing your DPS overall. And there's only 90 million honor on this account, so it's not super flexible yet. App for ping, any suggestions? Yeah, if you go under the App Store for Apple, I don't know about Google, but under Apple there is a ping tester. It's like what's your internet speed or something like that. It is free and you can find out at least. All right, so we're going up against the Lich. This guy's actually using 4 packs of Scorpions. This is like an old school type of Lich. When Lich was the meta beforehand, when Hero Research first came out, if you guys were playing, people would often do setups similar to this one. And I think I just casted the snake on my own backline. People would do very similar setups. And what we found out was the dragons struggled with the frontline tanking. This one seems like it must have protection or something on the dragon, but I still think that it's not the best thing in the world to put your dragon on the front line. Very rarely do I think you can actually pull that off, and it's going to be a very specific type of dragon build. All right, so I got lost in the comments. Let me just try and find my place. Miguel said, "Nice, I saw this." In the OGC chat. So welcome. I'm glad that chat is serving it one of its functions, not the only one, but one of the functions. Shocky said, "Nice, bro. Keep it up." Thank you. I'll try. WKD said, "How do you beat Sylph as dwarf?" And I can't seem to beat Hunchesses with mech, even if the opponent is way weaker than me. Any advice? I haven't done them in a long time, either dwarf or sylph. It's definitely been a while. Snipers would make sense for the Hunchesses. However, the Hunchesses, as you know, have crazy evade, and if they can evade the headshots, then that's really good for them. So I think that's actually a really interesting setup. Maybe you can just avoid the Hunchesses and kill the backline. Between Rufio and Raxius. If Sylph loses his backline, even if you're fighting against Sylph with trees, That's the best thing to do against Sylph. Take out their backlines, and their melee units really won't do too much damage. Um, so I don't think that that helps a ton. That, and maybe after the new update with the dwarfs, maybe you can place more miners, or because I think that they're redoing some of the formation sizes. IK said, "Big player not answering. I wonder why in every server." Great question. Brian wants to know, how do you even beat Sylph? You got to take out the backline. If they're running with all trees, those trees really aren't going to take out all of your troops. You're not going to get wiped because of the trees. You're going to get wiped because of heroes, archers, or shrooms. So if they are running with archers, then Rufio into their archers. If they're running with shrooms, stall out those shrooms as long as possible. Once the enemy's backline is pretty much gone, or at least like greatly hindered, then it's just a matter of cleaning up the trees, get those more moral boost chains coming out, and that can help you out quite a bit. Yumiki said, "Meow meow meow." We'll see them tomorrow in Clash of Fate. All right, so this person is using the Huntress's. The Huntress's Bane, by the way, the one thing that really ruined the Huntress meta, other than other races getting giant buffs, was the human archers, because at every 10 seconds or 20 seconds, the human archers are guaranteed a hit. And with the human archers' really high crit rate, they just shred through the Huntresses, even though they have really high evade. Ryan really does not like Sylph. They really don't like them. Is Rufio or Averill getting a skin on the next Lucky Wheel? Yes. So Rufio should be getting a Cyberpunk skin next Lucky Wheel. Hopefully, I got my fingers crossed. Hopefully, I can do that. Bappa asks about Android or Apple. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe other people in the comment section below will have a better idea. I've always just gone with Apple. Hashtag basic guy. So I don't know which is better. If I could go back and redo it all, I'd pick Android. That way I could play on BlueStacks, or play on the computer with the same account. That would honestly make my life so much easier. But hindsight's 2020. Everything that I do is iOS. Does not mean that it's better. It's just what I fell into. Andy Miki said, Fire Mage getting Halloween skin. Um, I saw something under the Art of Conquest Facebook group, the official one, with that skin. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a cosmetic. Well, she already has a cosmetic one. I don't know. Like Gills, you may ping good to your closest server. Is the ping that the server? Okay. So they're talking internet server stuff, things that are way out of my realm of knowledge. But if you have lag issues, I'd talk to Lag Kills, because it seems like they understand language I don't understand. Sean H said, OGC, I'm coming back. I want to get higher in the Duel Tower. You got it, man. Go do it. If anybody can do it, it's you, Sean. You got this, man. Miguel said, like and subscribe, everyone. Yeah, if you guys haven't liked and subscribed, please feel free to. Once the live stream's over, I believe this gets converted into a video, so that would help us out as per always. And next one we have is Brian saying, Yumiki, I think that Averill is getting another skin. Wow, okay. So Averill with another skin. It would be cool if they did like all the other heroes beforehand. Like who else would be cool with one? Yip. We need a Yip skin and also a Raxius skin. Raxius would be perfect for Halloween. I think the Raxius skin would be huge for Halloween. All right, so we're going up against Lich. I kind of stopped really watching the stuff in game, so if I lose, feel free to laugh, because I deserve it. uh, Danello asks, where's the Lich account? This is the Lich count converted to humans with underpowered swords and archers. That is okay. We're making do. I'm sorry that it's not Lich. I did Lich for a few days and I quickly made some regrets. I regretted that decision. I'm not good with Lich. And let's see here. Zordon said he switched to human, correct, and Ninok said he switched because he's not good at it. Oh, jeez. True. I mean, it's true. It's the truth. Can't hide from the truth. Game Channel said mobile play. Uh, Redorog said, "Isn't that skin for Avril, the Halloween one?" Does anyone know how you get that skin? Is it coming from like the quest in game? And I've seen Art of Conquest post a new Avril get up. Avril with the witch skin. That's pretty cool. WKD asked about a Chakra reset. So this is what I know about this Chakra reset. On the official Art of Conquest Facebook group, they post developer notes. Developer notes are what the community asks. So it's two posts. One post is a poll. You can add in poll questions. People can up your question. Uh, those questions get taken to Art of Conquest developers. So the people that actually design the mechanics of the game and all that intricate stuff, they answer those questions. One of the most common questions on there that's asked is about a Chakra reset. If we go back a few months, call it August, July, I forget about September. But during those periods of time, the developer said that they will not consider Chakra reset. However, I believe it was the end of October in that developer's notes that the developers said that they will be considering Chakra reset at some point in time in the future. I believe that they said after all of the chakras have been released, which is now. However, if we know anything, it almost works like it takes time. It takes time. So they can say something's going to happen soon, but that might not mean soon. An example of this, where things are supposed to happen really soon, but really aren't, is once Drake ends, you go back to Nor. I'm just saying. So I'd be patient with the Chakra reset. The developers are open to the idea. I think it's just a matter of time. How they implement it, no idea how they're going to do that. But I don't know about you guys. I am ready for a Chakra reset. I cannot wait. All right, so we're going up against another Lich. I think that we're still like around 2,200, 2,300 points in the Duel Towers for right now. Probably another 200 or 300 points, and I'll have to start getting focused on that. But until then, I'm having a ton of fun reading all of your guys' comments. And we have Redorog said, "I'm going to stream snipe OGC and fight him." Go for it. There is a delay from the stream to you guys, so just so you're aware, if you're gonna try and find me in the Duel Tower, you'll probably win as well. So I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of losses. Again, at the beginning of the stream or video, if you're watching this when it's a video, I am missing out a lot on this account as for humans. So it's going to be underpowered for a period of time. Once the research is done, and once I get the clash set for mages, I think that this is going to be off and running. Then after that, I'm going to just max out all the artifacts and then dragon. I know in the past I said I haven't really spent anything since July or August. The end of July, beginning of August, besides the lucky wheels and for those mounts. That will be changing because I finally have a reason to. The reason is to be the best. The best. Alright, so we have which skin for Avril? Hope that Rufio gets a skin. I think next lucky wheel, they will. Oh, Pluto the Gray. I actually played with this person on 1164. Joro said, or Joro Ali said hello. And there's another one. I think it's in Russian. I can't quite read it. I can barely read English. It's all good, Ninek. I probably didn't understand. And Bappa said he likes human but play Lich because of being on a war server. Yes. So this game, it's actually really funny. So it seems like it's a really big game, but it's also a really small game. So like this person that I'm playing right here, we're actually playing together on 1164. A group of players and I moved there to try and help them out. We ended up having a lot of fun there. It was Drama Fest, but what's interesting is although that seems like it was a while ago and it was just one server and things happened on just one server, all of that stuff comes back. All of the relationships that you build up with people play so many different alts and so many different servers, and as big as Art of Conquest feels and seems, it actually is pretty small, and there's definitely some smaller groups of players that just know people from all around. As much as it's a war game, it's also social and it's also political, and there's so many different layers and tiers to everything. Like it helps to be the most powerful player, but you also need friends. Um, so, anyways, pretty cool stuff to bump into familiar faces. And let's see here. We have Redderog. You are strong. You are strong. If you're part of this community, you are strong, sir. WKD, nice fight. Use no skills except for Rufio. All right, I'll try it. I forgot who we're fighting. I didn't look at because I was too busy reading all this stuff, which is awesome. It's so cool to be able to like hear from you guys in real time. All right, it looks like it's a dwarf player. So we will try this Rufio only. All right, so looks like I just have to take out those snipers. I don't really have any other options. Wait for everything to get a little bit closer, and we're going to jump in. Hopefully we can take out those snipers. I just need the Rufio to stay alive long enough for the Leo's Pride proc. And we're almost there. Rufio's getting low. Rufio's getting low. So we got to spin him. He did get the Leo's Pride proc. Now we got Rufio. Rufio's near the dragon. And it looks like he is hitting the dragon, but the Rufio is just not doing much damage. So we're going to spin Rufio in the other direction. It looks like we're winning in all the other areas. Their mechs are getting back a little bit too far, in my opinion, for the top side. But I think that will be good because we're going to circle around from the bottom. We have the Rufio doing all of his spins. So it worked out for us, mostly because of the just giant difference in core power. And let's see here. Where did I leave off? We have IK saying, "Why don't you go spear in front of your swordsman? Very bad in research and chakra." So the spears are actually fantastic. The spears chakra I think is at 13, and the research is all max. So the spears are pretty good. Um, I just get so nervous using the spears. Like I know people like Toby can do it without any issues because they're super aggressive. I'm not super aggressive. I really value having a strong defense. So it's so opposite to my actual play style that I get nervous using spears. Um, Marcano. I think it's a different language, so I'm definitely butchering your name. I'm sorry. They said hi, bro, so I also say hi, bro, back. And Salong Shane said, "What's up, my brother?" Not too much, man. How are you doing today? Miguel asks, "What server are you?" Not sure if that's me or somebody else, but in case people are curious, I am in server 40. If people are interested in finding a realm where you can grow and develop that's relatively safe, and I say relatively because it's not perfectly safe, but it's compared to most places it is. I would definitely try getting a hold of Chip and Chan in the OGC community chat, or message me, and we have a couple houses down here in this server. So you can get a hold of us if you're trying to find a place to go. The only thing is you probably want to be at least max castle level. That way you can at least do guard towers and things like that. Otherwise it could get really challenging for you. But it's all up to you. Alright, so looks like we'll be able to chop this one down. We actually lost a decent amount of swords. Again, not the strongest swords in the world. I think these swords are almost as strong as the actual OGC account that I was playing for perspectives. But this temple is way higher. So it will just take a little bit of time. And Baba said, I saw you're not winning in might. Are you focusing on other stats? Yes, stamina and command. So if you do have high base damage, going in command could help you out simply for 30% faster attack speed. I don't know the math for it. Maybe somebody out there, could, if you're good with the math portion, could figure out which is better if you only had one. If everything else was normal, would 30% more damage do more damage overall, or would 30% more attack speed do more damage because you're attacking more frequently? That would be interesting if somebody dissected it. So and also if we win this fight, we'll be at 2,400. I think the goal is 2,900. That's what I want. I really want 3,000, but it's still early in the season. Don't know if we'll get up that high. We'll try for it. We'll try for it. And Esquips waved hello Esquips. We'll see them tomorrow in the Clash of Fate video. Super excited for the Clash of Fate. If people miss it for Blood Moon, we were able to place in the championships in the top 32 to 16 teams. So we will get a custom border for it, extra Linari, and fun stuff like that. We weren't able to go further. It's what we were able to achieve last season. But we got to play with our friends and make it up that high, and I think that's the biggest thing is you get to play with people that you like to play with, and you got to play with for a long time, and that's one of the reasons why I can really respect Blood Moon is because it's definitely more like a family than anything else. They're not going to turn their backs on anyone. There was a point in time where like I wanted to leave the server just for the sake of keeping peace and stuff like that because I've made mistakes in the past, and they were like, absolutely not. And I can respect that so much where they value their members, and they're not going to put anybody down just for their personal gain. They're going to instead try and lift everybody up, and that is a beautiful and rare thing in a video game or in real life. So because of that, they won my loyalty 1,000%. I mean, it was already at 1,000%, but they just got 1,000% more. Why not? Why not? Once you're past 100%, what's 1,000%? Oh, we got new rewards. What? Oh my gosh, we got another runestone chest, and okay, this must have been from the dragons. All right, cool. So we have a couple more runestone chests. Awesome, awesome. I didn't realize that the rewards weren't done. So we're breaking new territory on this account. That's super exciting. And as Squips, by the way, we'll see them in tomorrow's Clash. For the regular season of Clash of Fate, since there's been 5 matches, tomorrow is the 6th. We're actually undefeated. So we could get a perfect season in the regular season if we win for tomorrow. That video will probably be out around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It all depends on how the morning goes and what time I'm going out. So if we win tomorrow, we'll have the perfect season and we'll finish in the top 32 to 16 portion for the championship, which is pretty good considering that's every single server in the game, in my opinion. Would definitely love to go higher, but you know what? It's still really good. And Redderog, I'm only pretty much 1900k core, so rip me if I fight against you. Who knows? If I go up against you, I might just see one hero. I dropped the starting point for the tower by putting out one hero against people. And I think some people were really caught off guard. One person placed a Virion, and all I had was Gazul, and it was the most epic fight of Virion versus Gazul. The Virion won, by the way. He had summoned swords. Although they were only bronze, it was enough to kill a naked, alone Gazul. I also fought somebody else. They placed a Avril versus the Gazul, and the Gazul two-shotted their Avril. I did feel bad about that one. I was trying to give them some free points. Why not? And we have WKD. What the heck, man? I thought I can make you lose. Shame on me. Turns out that guy stinks. Oh, geez. They did a fantastic job. I think that the Rufio thing was just too strong. WKD, I can try it again with the Rufio. So we'll do just Rufio going up against this player. I'm probably going to regret this. Thanks, WKD. Now we're going to lose Duel Tower, and I'm going to rage quit. So let's see. So it looks like we can just if I can take out the warlocks on the right hand side, I don't think we'll be able to actually make it all the way over there. So I think instead we'll just go for Jax in all of these melees. The Rufio Leap actually took out almost half of Jax's HP, which is pretty insane actually. And I want to spin the Rufio over. All right, so Rufio just took out Jax by himself. I want to get him a little bit deeper into all of these warlocks so that when his Leo's Pride goes off, it can hopefully take them all out. So he definitely went deep. I think he went a little bit too deep. All right, so his Leo's Pride took out most. Now the enemy is wrapping around on our top side. That is never good, guys. That is never good. So we're going to send Rufio back over. Our Denji is getting into the back line. And it looks like we sunned up everything in the back over there. Our Rufio is nice and deep. We're not going to do any other skills because WKD wants us to lose. Thanks, man. We should be somewhat okay. We have plenty of archers. We have a minute and a half. I'm not super worried. I do like the enemy's dragon, by the way. Aerial Blast is amazing. I just don't like it when it pushes things that were in Raxius Lanterns out of Raxius's Lanterns, because then I feel like it's a waste. And Blaze Swagger said, just got to Stone League on my 467k account. Yes! Let's go Stone League. You got this, man. You got this. You're going to grow and you're going to be one of the greatest. I have a feeling, Blade Swagger. Johnny PK, how are the swords stat-wise? So the swords for Johnny PK, tier 13, tier 14, research not completed. Chakra is very low. However, I'll show you after the fight what it looks like. I mean, they're not bad. They're actually just as good as the original OGC account, but they're missing out on Chakra and research. It's just I cannot stress it enough. The OGC community member that gave me their account so that I could hit new tiers because they were quitting. Their temple, guys, is literally so strong. It is insane. So I'll show you what it looks like after the fight, of course. But I mean, they're not bad. But if I want to go up against somebody that's also like 3200k core, then I'm going to get wrecked because the swords at that level of play aren't strong enough. However, for things lower than that, they're more than strong enough, and they're probably stronger than the majority of the players out there. It's just to be at the core power tier that I'm at and fight people at equal strength. I'm behind right now. Soon I'll be caught up and I'll do fine against people of the same power. Sager asks, why did I switch back to human? Because I am not good at Lich. So Johnny PK, these are the sword stats. This is the stats without tier 13 completed, without tier 14 completed for research, and without high chakra. If it was high chakra, we would have 30 in here, but we don't. So all considering, the swords aren't bad. That's pretty much all through temple that they're at 209. So I will take that. This script says, I don't think I'll be online. I fly to my vacation. No, we can't win Clash of Fate without you, Squips. Cancel the vacation. I'm just kidding. I hope you have a fantastic vacation, man, and we will do our best to win Clash for you. And let's see, what else do we have here? We have Hara, who said, no Lich after all. I want to see you try it as a Lich. I like the house you described. That's how I like to play too. I'm sorry about the Lich. I really am. I would just be embarrassing myself more than I already do on a daily basis. However, the house that I am in, I agree. If there was a way in which I was to do things, I would do it exactly what they're doing here. I think that they just and by they I mean Chip, Chan, Strapcorn, all the leaders of it. They just do a fantastic job. They make it a really fun place to play, where everyone's got each other's backs. And uh, yeah, I told some people in private messages I've had a lot of fun in this game. I've met a lot of awesome people. As far as like a specific place, I've never had more fun than where I am now. Uh, and my friends have all come and joined too. So that also helps immensely. Because who doesn't like to play with friends? All right, so I might mess up because Jax is going to run out of ammo in a second. We have Rufio in the back line. We'll get Jax with some more ammo. We should get this. It's just fighting against Lich takes forever because of those darn dire stalkers. WKD is giving up with trying to get me to do the Rufio into the loss. Thank you. Uh, thank you for giving up on that. Um, and then we have Zordon, who said it is pretty awesome house to be in. I've been with Blood Moon since we left 1188. I love it. That's awesome, man. Wait, Zordon, what's your in-game name? What am I missing? Because 1188, Blood Moon 2, I should know you, and I should know you well. We also have Miguel saying, will you make a giveaway with your alt account? I actually gave it away to a member in the OGC community, uh, just our community. I wanted to give it to Dupius. Dupius turned it down because I think that she's way too nice of a person. Um, so because she didn't want it, and like the immediate group around us, like Bran and Men in Black and everyone are core was close enough to my main account, or in Men in Black's case, way higher. It made sense to pass along. So there was a member in the community who wanted to join and play with me in Blood Moon. They were actually talking to me for a couple months, but their account wasn't even 45. It would have been very challenging for them to do anything in the game down here because it's server 40. It's an old server. Since it was going to be so challenging for them, they weren't able to move down on their account. So we were actually talking for the past couple months, and the opportunity came up to pass the account along to them so they could join and play us, and that's what ended up happening with that. So I'm happy that they're here. Really enjoy playing with people that want to be here, that want to play the game, want to have fun. I think all of that stuff is just that makes the game so much better. All right, so we are going to do some Rufio stuff because it looks like we are getting destroyed here. So we're going to jump our Rufio up into their archers. His Leap took out half of their HP. The Leo's Pride took out almost the other half. The top side, they're actually doing really good. Our Rufio ran up to the enemy's front line for some reason. And we should be able to take them down on this top side. Oh, Zordon. Jeez, I'm not good with names. I'm glad that you're here. And Mr. Klein said, pretty sure they changed or nerfed the dragon skill. It says now hero bonus every 5 seconds, deal 10% of the hero's max health and damage to a random enemy. Ah, I see. Oh, okay. So we actually just got to silver. So guys, we made it to silver. We've gone from what was it, quartz to bronze to silver. Let's go collect our rewards. Oh my god, look at all this juicy stuff. Let's go open up the dragon thing. We are climbing up. All right, so we got another one of the mage sets. I think that's the same exact mage set thing that we got earlier from the dragon. All right, so we are going up against a lich. Lich is the bane of my existence. Wow, that's lame if they change that item. I mean, it could still be good versus like mechs and everything else, but that's. I mean, it makes sense because that would have been so much stronger to do like a basically a Leo's Pride proc every 5 seconds around all of your gladiators. That would have broken the game absolutely. All right, so we are going up against a Lich player. I'm going to watch and focus a little bit, not too much, uh, because what type of fun is that? But we're going to jump in with our Rufio, hopefully take out some of his Warlocks. They are hitting the Rufio like no tomorrow. We have some Black Holes going out. The Ophidius one is doing pretty good. Happy with that. Now we'll do the Whirlwind with Rufio because WKD likes to see the Rufio do his thing. And we'll drop another snake nice and deep on the enemy. And then we will put out some lanterns. Because why not? Why not? Our Rufio is actually still alive. That's actually... I am pretty impressed with the Rufio. So it looks like their Belrog is starting to get low. We throw the Whirlwind into the enemy Warlocks. The damage wasn't super huge from it. And now I think we should get the Fire Mage going. Let's get the Fire Mage going. Let's get this lit. Is that what the kids still say? Get this lit? I don't know. I just try and make interesting videos. It's not lit, fam, yo. Not necessarily my style. All right, so far we're doing good. I think I did the spray and pray too early. I should have done the reload first. But yeah, anytime you're fighting Lich, it's kind of expected that the battle is going to just go on seemingly forever. So we're going to get some more archers up. Hopefully that helps speed everything up. And can you help me, please? I want to take information for Vega's custom. Can you be a little bit more specific, Ahan, about Vega's custom? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Bag of chips. He says, "Hi guys, you got this. Try the Saple on Gafgar." I will do that. Little known secret: the Saple on Gafgar guarantees victory. Leg kills. They say hate to Chip. I mean, Chip is a legend. So Sean unfortunately lost to Lich, so he is back. I give you guys credit for tuning in and watching this, even when the Duel Towers are going on and you could be in it. Maybe it's on a background device. So thank you all for tuning in. We just hit the 1 hour mark, and we are currently at 2531 points in the Duel Tower. I need 470 more points minimum. I would prefer... Oh, no, I'm sorry. 369 more points at a minimum to hit our objective. And I would like 469 more points. So that's like, what, 20 more fights if I can win them all? But more importantly, it's just nice to spend a Saturday afternoon and hang out with you guys. Because you guys are absolutely amazing. Alright, so we're going to go up against this player. I forgot to see what their race was. Luckily, on the background of this video, when I stare into myself, I can see. So they are human. Because everything is delayed, I can see what happened like 30 seconds ago. It's really trippy. Really trippy. So against this player, we're going to open up with Denji. And then I want to jump in with my Rufio against their top side. Our Snake Lady got stunned up for way too long. And we're just going to jump right in, and that should hopefully take out most of their archers up there. Their Belrog went pretty deep. Their Belrog got in there really deep. So they're actually hitting the Rufio quite a bit. Not super happy with that. So we're going to just send our Rufio right inside all of them. Get a little bit of life steal going on. I mean the Rufio is going to go down. It's not the end of the world, and we're just going to limit how much their hero damage does. They did a resurrection, got some swordsmen back inside of the archers. Um, that is cool though. These archers are pretty tanky. And we'll drop another snake. I don't know about you guys. Feel free to let me know. I love how strong the snake lady is against troops like Belrog. Simply because some Belrogs are just unkillable, but having that snake lady helps out so much. And Just Jesus said you can do 600 more easily. I don't know about that because again, I'm going to struggle against people around my same core for now. If I was Dwarf or Lich, it would be a little bit easier, but just because we're a little bit behind on the chakras for the human frontline, I think I'm going to run into some major issues sooner or later. Um, so I think I'm definitely going to have a limit, but once the research and chakra is done, we'll be good with our frontline troops, and then it's just a matter of getting the dragon super strong. So we're going up against another Lich player. So grab a new drink, a new beverage, and enjoy because this one will probably go for a little bit. The Warlocks on this right hand side, I'm going to try and take down with Rufio. If Rufio can make it that far over, he almost can. So it's not a super deep impact, but it was enough to get him in there. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to start dropping these lanterns to just get everything up. About 3 seconds, Rufio will do another Leo's Pride proc. Hopefully that will take off some more damage. We'll keep getting these snakes down nice and deep. It looks like that bottom section, because of Denji, was able to wipe out all of those skeletons. So wherever you guys place Denji, if you get Denji into his ultimate fast enough, he can actually do some really good damage against Lich and at least punch like a hole through it. The other is the Ring of Ragnar. That will help out a lot with just massive AoE. I do think AoE is the way to go if you can do some decent damage in order to take out the Lich skeletons. It's just really hard to... you got to kill them all and then wait for the time to go by in order to get more. All right, so let's see here. We have Miguel. Have you ever been emperor? I have never been emperor, and at this point in time, I don't think I ever could be. The reason for that is you have to be online to pass the buffs like that. The EFATs, EFATs, whatever they're called, the buffs like Oracle and everything. And due to my schedule and stuff, I wouldn't be able to get on to pass it at every cooldown. And plus, there's other people that deserve it way more. And just Jesus, we see you at 3,200 near Toby already. I was that was before the reset, so I forget where I dropped down to on the main account. It might have been like 3,000 or something like that. PUBG Scorpions says hello, PUBG Scorpions, and we also have Muhammad. Love. So really good so far. Happy with everything. And this one is just going to go on for a little bit longer while we wipe everything out. Who knows? Maybe they'll actually come through and start making a giant comeback, or maybe we won't be able to kill all of them. I mean that's completely possible too. I wasn't really watching, so I think that we lost most of our DPS heroes, which is kind of funny, but it's going to make for a really interesting loss. Because they still have plenty of dire skeletons up. They have like half a pack up still. So I need to make it around and crush them sooner rather than later. Oh, and my moral boost didn't work. Oh, all right, there we go. Now we have some moral boost going on. PUBG Scorpion said, have you cleared 137? Perfect. I have not yet. Soon, hopefully, though. Alright, so now we're just going to wait for the next one. Wait for this to time out. So we did get the win on it. We're at 9 seconds left. There we go. Now we got the perfect for it. Alright, so let's jump into the next one. And it looks like we're at 2581. So if we win this one, we'll be able to go up into the next rewards. We'll actually get another rune stone. I really need the rune stone, so super thrilled about that. We're making the progress, guys. And now we have a 2400k human. Maybe it's time that we start trying a little bit more. The comment section has slowed down a little bit, so now we can focus on the gameplay. Again, we want to get to 2900 at a minimum. I'd prefer to make it back into gold just because who wouldn't want to have gold if that was an option. All right, so 2400k 2400k core human. They did get me in might. Pretty much everyone's going to get me in might. It looks like their power size on the top, our power size on the bottom. We're going to actually open up with Denji. We want to be able to clear out this bottom side as fast as possible. Denji will make that possible. If I can get my Rufio into that top section to take out their Jax and or everything up there, which I can, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. Some pretty good damage going down. Let's see the Leo's Pride proc. Perfect. We were able to take out a bunch. They took out a lot of swords on this top section, so we're going to do an early resurrection just to keep that top section alive. The enemy also did a resurrection, but luckily for us, I think that we're just in such a position that it doesn't matter quite so much. We did a couple of Raxius Lanterns, mostly just to lower their Jax damage output, but Jax is now down, and lower their hero damage through the Mantra Beads. So far, so good. We were able to take this player out, and we'll be able to keep moving forwards. PUBG Scorpion says, I'm sure I'll be able to make it to Platinum League. That all depends on research and everything else. I'm hoping for it, but I don't want to get my expectations too high or say anything that's going to put me up on a pedestal that I cannot back up. IK said, I did try Chip's setup for me, never worked, and I think never will work for me because the core is higher. So yeah, a lot of people are making it up to 137 without a super high core. I think the trick for 137 is spears and archers for humans. You gotta be able to kill it super fast. The tough part is the backline and taking out all of those warlocks. Warlocks in general are just super annoying. Now against Rockin, since they have a double sword pack on the bottom, we're also going to open up with Denji just to clear them out as fast as possible. This Denji does have a Clash of Fate set on him, so Denji will be good the longer that he lives. And we're going to jump our Rufio in, hopefully take out their Ophidius, but it looks like their Ophidius was able to get down a snake. So we're going to keep harassing their Ophidius, simply because I'm not a big fan of enemies having Ophidius. It just causes too many problems if the fight ever drags on. But for now, it looks like we're starting to circle around. We were able to take out everything on the bottom side. They still had their dragon up. I need to work on getting my Dragonic up. I think that's super important. I was listening to Mr. Shopcorn last night, who, for the record, says so many wise things. Can learn a lot just from listening to him. And he was talking about how in the game, every time there's a new big thing that comes out, that tends to be the most overpowered thing in the game. I could not agree more. And for right now, the Dragonic is definitely just so overpowered. It looks like it's so expensive though to get up there, but there's people with like 300k power on their dragons, and it's insane. It's absolutely insane. All right, so we are going up against a Lich. This looks like a stronger Lich than what we've played so far. So here's my biggest advice with going up against Lich. First, uh, get your Denji going if you can, or the Euraxius. In this situation, I'm going to go with Denji. I can't afford to lose Denji. The second thing is you want to kill their Ophidius and their Gazul. Those are the two big heroes that you want to take out. They're Gazul and Ophidius. So, like for example, we're going to drop our Ophidius snakes right on top of their Ophidius. And then the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to try and take out as many of the warlocks on this bomb section as possible with the Rufio. And then from there, we're going to send the Rufio after their Gazul. If our Rufio lives. Because it actually looks like they are doing a ton of damage to our friends down there. So as soon as this next snake comes up, we're going to drop it on their Ophidius again. Again, we have to be able to take out their Ophidius. If we cannot take out their Ophidius, we will be in worlds of trouble once their snakes start taking out all of ours. And it looks like we're doing a good job on their Ophidius. We have Jax and the Fire Mage going off. The bottom side, right now, it just looks like it's going to take a little bit of time to take it out. And top side so far is looking good. Their Ophidius is still going down, which is great. Our snakes will then transfer and attack their Fire Mage and then their Jax, which is like a win-win. If you can take out their Ophidius, Jax, Fire Mage, etc., you're doing something right. Our Virion did not get targeted at all, so our Virion's at full health. So we have plenty of swords up, and we'll continue to get the resurrections from our swords. And it looks like we finally took out their Gazul and everything. So now it's just going to be a matter of time for this cleanup. The problem is we have to kill off these dire scorpions, and because of the way that the AI in the game works, and not scorpion skeletons, because of the way that the AI in the game works, it just takes time. And the Lich player can go for time to at least stall it out or stop it. So we need to avoid them doing that and just wipe them out as fast as possible. So we'll pull in some Templars. I think that Templars do really good. On the other account with the Zen Templars, I think I was using with the Zen Templars, I was able to get some pretty good results because I think their initial charge burst in. If they were able to just kill the skeletons right away, then sure, you gotta wait 3 seconds for them to fully die and disappear from the battlefield. But that's enough time taken off of everything that you can win that side or the fight overall faster and not have a timeout. It's especially annoying when you're going to win, but you get timed out. So for this fight, it's just going to wrap up. We're now taking down their dragon, and we're moving along. Their Jax is going to drop in a second, and then we'll be onto their Belrog, and I don't know if that's their Denji. It might actually be their Denji. Their Denji lived for that whole period of time, which is insane. So we got a Lich fight down in the books. Hopefully there's not too many more Liches just because it takes so much time, and I want to hit the 2900k core as fast as possible, or 2900 points in here as fast as possible. We're now at 2655. We're going up against another Lich. This Lich looks like... Okay, so this one could be a little bit more challenging. I think I need to change something with this because I want to get Tierden out there. So this could be super dangerous, guys, because we're going to go with Tierden. There she is. I think Tierden will help. So we got Tierden. Oh, we got again. Thank you. Oh my gosh! Now we don't have to go through this this whole long process. So just Jesus says, why don't you use Yip's last active ability? Helps for me against skeletons. So if they get stuck up in the air with the cyclone, then your troops will keep attacking it, but you can't damage it. In towards the end of the fight, that could be a problem, especially if you need the time to actually time them out, or if they're trying to time you out. So that could be a problem. So I do avoid it. Towards the beginning of the fight, you're completely right. I think that's a fantastic thing to do. And we have Jerry showing up. Jerry. So if people don't know, Jerry is amazing, and he tends to be the first person to post in videos the vast majority of the time. All right, you. Oh no, we don't have enough to do all spears. All right, so we'll do some spears. We will do some spears. All right, so we'll go with 2 packs of spears. We're going up against Sylph. I think we have them by 900k core, so not super stressed about this. But we're going to try out the spears versus these trees in Huntresses. So let's see how this works. Maybe it will work out. Hopefully it does. And it looks like the spears, especially with that Denji for the weakening armor, they just shred right through the trees. However, to be fair, literally 900k core difference, so our troops are definitely way stronger. They had a black hole that came out and sunned up a bunch of stuff. Now that things are unsunned, we can get back to taking out the trees. This must be like what it feels like for the people that are tearing down the rainforests, like all the lumberjacks. So it's interesting to know what that feels like. So spears, for the record, chop down trees. And it's part of the reason why so many people went from Sylph over to humans. Carnivore said, I have the 70 research for my killer mages, but I can't decide which 70 research I should go for next. My biased opinion, I would do the Sage in general one. I think that the bonus to the troops is too much to pass up. There we go. Patrick D said, what's up, you gorgeous purebred? Not too much, Mr. Patrick D. Nice to see you here. And Jerry said, we need more live streams. Oh, geez. I feel bad if people have been watching this since the beginning, because this has been going on for well over an hour now. All right, here we go. We got 2 legendary eggs. Let's open them up. 2 onyxes. Ooh. Are you guys excited as I am about this? All right, so we got 2 onyxes. Let's go see. Come on, Hero Pred. We got a Hero Pred. Okay, so this one is a keeper. We're going to keep that one. All right, we got number 2. Come on with another Hero Pred. All right, this one's a mech one, so not as good. So we did get an Onyx with a Hero Pred. We can play around with that and roll some skills and try and get a really good Onyx Dragon. And IK is still here. I'm glad that you guys are here. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you guys do want more live streams, I can work on that. I can work on that. Deshaun Miller said, "Can you share your formation?" Yes, I can. Right after this fight, I can put this in the OGC community chat. So if you're in the OGC community chat, the formation will be there. I don't think this one is the best ever, but it is really good. I'm happy with it. All right, so it looks like we got stunned up a little bit. But with these spears on the bottom side, once we get through all of those swords, we'll be able to take down that dragon so fast it's not even going to be funny. Let's just watch that real quick, and the dragon is now dead. So all of their dragonic abilities gone. We got the Rufio in nice and deep. Denji is deep. He just took out Talk, and now we're going to start to spin around. We lost pretty much one pack of swords is down. The other pack is slightly injured. Overall, we still are pretty tanky on this top side. our Denji is in super deep on the enemy, we'll just do a resurrection just for style points because the Mystic Sensei Varian, he looks amazing. Looks amazing. I think if I had to rate my favorite skin, not for the skin, but for the effects it gives, Mystic Sensei Varian gets it hands down for me. I love the blue moral boost, and I love the unique resurrections for the swordsman from the Mystic Sensei Varian. There we go. Sorry, my chair was sliding down. So next we have Bago Chip said Hero Pred is the best. In fact, guys, I'll let you guys know right now. I will be working with Mr. Chip, assuming that he says yes, for the Onyx Dragon. So that same Onyx Dragon will be worked on with Mr. Chip. So the formation, if you guys are interested, is posted in the OGC community chat. Toby helped me with this one, so make sure you guys give hashtag Toby Nation a shout out. And PUBG Scorpion, yes, we enjoying the weekend. Absolutely. So Remy, who am I going to? Okay, I'm fighting a human. Remy said I should try and queue up against when he is in low silver. Yeah, come on, come and play. We can have some fun. All right, so we'll keep going with this one. I have to keep my Clash formation super secret. We got all stats. I don't even have 2k might on this, so I have a feeling we may win this one. And they have Templars charging into my spears, but the spears really didn't get off. So the thing that I really like with opening up with Denji, especially if our Denji gets into their back line, which will happen with the spears in front. So the spears will push everything back. Denji with the Warhorn will just run super deep and get targeted. If you pop his dumpling, it will take a lot for the enemy to take him down. I'm not saying he's invincible. I'm just saying that it's going to take a lot for the enemy to take down that Denji. And if they're focusing Denji, then they aren't going to be focusing the spears and or swords or whatever else you have in your front line. Next, we have hi Eric. He said hello there. What's up, Eric? It's nice to see you. PUBG, I'm 1700k core and reached 2312 with your formation. Awesome. Chip said no, he's not going to help me with the Onyx Dragon skills. That's horrible. I'm nothing without Chips. Jeez, that's brutal. I don't know what I'm going to do now. We have Red Rog saying, I don't know if I'm bugged or something, but I am not in the OGC chat anymore. I'll do it again right now. I'm going to exit out and I'll show you guys the new account. So if you guys are not in the OGC community chat, send this account a friend request. I'll add you in. It won't be until after the live stream just because I'm not going to go through my chat stuff with you guys. That would be super boring. But the ID to send the friend request to is 295-34919. So that's 295-34919. And again, for the OGC community chat, the two rules are no server drama or generally just being a poo-poo head, and also please don't use the at all function. I like to save the at all function so that if there's a live stream, I can announce it there, or if there's a new video, something like that. And if we get into the habit of using it just to ask questions, there's hundreds of people in that chat and probably 100+ people that have questions. So if for every single question people use the at all, it would get obnoxious real quick. So we'll just avoid all that. So yeah, please just generally be nice in there, and yeah, don't use the at all. If you guys are knowledgeable, because there are so many people in this game that are way more knowledgeable than I am. If you guys are knowledgeable, then feel free to help people out when they ask questions. I try to be in there as much as I can, due to real life, the game, etc. I'm not as active as I would like to be. So feel free to help people out if you are in there. There's a ton of people, a lot of good insight, different thoughts and different theories with everything, which is actually something that is I consider pretty valuable. So we'll do just what Just Jesus said and get the yip going. They're actually doing some decent damage for that top section. Our variant is totally fine. It looks like their Snake Lady is doing some damage to our jacks. But otherwise, we're doing fine, guys. We'll duplicate some more archers because how can you not love archers? I lost where their Snake Lady is. Okay, I see their Snake Lady now. We're going to have to start working on focusing their Snake Lady down before we lose everything. All right, and oh, it looks like okay, so it does look like they were able to take out um, our Snake Lady, which is not good because now they're hitting our Lunella, who is regaining some health. But I wouldn't be super surprised if this person is actually able to stall us out. Mostly because we're still held up pretty strong on this bottom section, and since we are held up, that could cause us some problems. But I think for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to work on at least lowering their Ophidius, getting some more damage out there. We took down their dragon, so that's really good news. And their warlocks in the top side are down, so now we can start swinging. We'll be able to get in deep, lower some of their DPS. Now that we're getting the moral boost, we'll get everything rolling. It's just a matter of waiting for the dire skeletons to die, because they are dire. And let's get our Rufio in there. Rufio should not be standing around doing nothing. We gotta get the Rufio nice and deep. Oh, we almost took out the Ophidius. All right, so we're gonna do Rufio again because I want that Ophidius down. Ophidius can do so much, especially if she lingers around until later in the game. She can just do way too much for my liking. This is good that our swords are getting in nice, or our spears are getting in nice and deep for their warlocks, because the warlocks can slow everything down. I apologize, my chair is going up and down. So that's really good that they can take them down. And now we'll just do some more spins with Rufio. We should be able to get this. I need to make a separate setup for just Lich, because I need to get Tyrden out there. I think if we get Tyrden out there, this will speed everything up. All right, so PUBG Scorpion is a hashtag Toby Nation fan. Jerry is happy with the weekend live streams. Thank you. I'm glad, especially for people like Jerry. Sagar wants to see my temple. Not yet, sir. Not yet. Someday. Mr. Miller says, thanks for sharing. Is it that Tailwind works even though Yip is above the archers? Yep. Everything will work with the Tailwinds. Bag of Chips says, come to Blood Moon. We are so nice. That is true. They are. So we might actually get a draw with this because we couldn't kill the dire skeletons fast enough. And Remy said, OGC says Ophidius one time. I love your name changes. I know it's not on purpose. I try with Ophidius. So we got our first tie of the game. Tie of the day. Curse these Lich. So annoying. So Eric says, Sir OGC, I must send the request to the OGC community. My name in game is Agros. So we will get that request and we'll get you in as soon as possible. We're 150 points away from hitting the goal. I think for today we're going to stop at 2,900. I think that will be a good stopping place for us at 2,900. We won't quite be gold, but what that will allow us to do is try some more for next week. Yeah, maybe next Saturday we can do it again too. All right, so this is a human player who's we only have so much core on them. So this is the type of player I need to be careful against, because if they have like the max research and chakra, then they could be very problematic for us. So we are going out, we're doing some damage. They did take out our Ophidius, which is super annoying. So now we're going to jump in with our Rufio, hopefully do some decent damage in their backline. Doesn't look like we got a ton with the leap. The Leo's Pride did go off, and we got some from there. So on this bottom side, we are doing decent. We're going to get all of our Raxius things down to keep the archers up for as long as possible. Having the archers still alive is huge, and that's also where they put their Ophidius snakes. And we did a resurrection just to keep our top side there going, because we need that top side going to tank up their top side. Top side for them is their strong side, so we just need to be able to handle that. So our Jax is doing his spray and pray. We're going to get the Fire Mage going. Looks like our Rufio is down. Their Ophidius is now down, which is awesome because I cannot stand the Ophidiuses. So we're going to duplicate some more archers, and then we're going to reload Jax, and that should be a wrap for this fight. This player did very good. And as we get closer to the 2,900 points, we're going to see that the fights are going to get a lot closer. The reason for that is we're getting higher up with the points overall, but also I need a new chair. Maybe get a Bruins thing there, but I mean Tom Brady. How can you not love Tom Brady? But also as we get closer to the people that are like our core power, because I'm low on the chakra and research, it's going to be really hard for me to maintain a front line. But that is okay. We're still going to go. Ooh, here we go. We got a 3,200k Lich. I am terrified. I am terrified. So we're going to go out. We're going to do the best that we can. And what we're going to do for this Lich player is we are going to move a couple things around. First of all, I want to get rid of them and put in swords. I think the swords will help us out longer term. And I also want to get Tyrden in. I think we will need Tyrden versus this person. I don't like having to pull a Sprig, but I don't have a specific formation just for them yet. So this player is 3,200k core. They are higher core than us. However, their heroes are not maxed out level, so they could just be a really strong player from a from like a newer server. All right, so we got that going there. Ooh, can't quite get our Rufio in on that other section, so we're going to have to get our Rufio in on this other one. And finally, we are going to drop the Raxius there, and we're going to drop the other Raxius ones down here. So this one could be extremely challenging for us, but like always, we're going to do our best. We need to do a sword resurrection as soon as possible because we are losing too many. And we might actually have our first loss of the day, going up against a 3,200k core Lich player. We did get them with the beat with the hero levels. However, sometimes people are just too strong, and Lich is the bane of me. So super strong Lich player, awesome for them. I'm happy for them. And let's see if we can take out some of these warlocks. We did not. So because we lost our Ophidius, their Ophidius was able to rip up our backlines. We got our first L for the day. That's actually not bad. If I'm going to lose, I'm glad it was to this person. So our variant is down, and our Elena is now down. Tough loss. I don't know if I can handle this. Can't handle it. Got a loss. Can't do it. Cannot do it. This is so bad. I'm just kidding, guys. We got this. We had a loss. That happens. Losses come and go in the game. So loss number one. Now we're down to 2,765. So again, we want to make it to at least 2,900 points in the Duel Tower. That's where we want to be. Now we're going up against somebody that we have almost 100k core on. And we'll go back to getting some wins. It was really nice actually going up against that Lich player because we were able to tell what we need to work on, especially for people around our levels. So we will try this out going up against this human player. Hey bud, you want to be on YouTube? Here, come on up. You can say hi to everyone. Come on. Yeah. They love to see you, man. They can hear you. Alright, do you guys want to see one of the members of the OGC community? Say hi to everybody. So this is OGC Lewis. He is one of the greatest members of our community. Absolutely adorable. He uses the specialty called Scratch and or Bite. And his unique passive is Fluffy. So you can hang out right here, bud. Alright, sorry about the interruption. How are we doing in the game? So far, we look like we are doing okay. We're going up against the enemy dragons. So far, so good. We got this. We got this. If you guys believe you can do it, then you can do anything. So, Zordon asks, would Zen Swords be worth the switch for Lich? In my opinion, yes, versus Lich. For everything else, I still think that the Dire is better, and that's part of the reason why I am on Dire. Mostly because in the real world for the server that I'm on, most people are human, so there's very few Lich. Vasu says cats are awesome. Yeah, we have a couple here. They are the family. And nothing but net, which is a hilarious name, says, "What's up, Lou? My G meow." OGC's Lou said, "Thank you, nothing but net." He deserves extra kibbles tonight. All right, so we got a victory there. Let's see here. If we get this next one, we'll go up and we'll get that next tier of stuff. I'm actually surprised that the core powers for people are still so low at this point. I need to jump out and double check where I am in the realm. Usually I try and gauge it by that. I think for this account, I definitely want to be towards like the top 20. Oh, I'm still using 2 packs of spears. I need to redo that. I only want to use 1 pack of spears. That could be problematic for us. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the spears front line. Luckily, the enemy archers are on the opposite side, and it looks like they're doing the same thing with their spears. So, because we need to cut through this bottom side so fast, we're going to open up with Denji on the bottom. Next thing we're going to do, if our Rufio is in range, there's a juicy portion right by their jacks. We can hit both their spears and archers. Get the Leo's Pride proc off and some stun damage and slow their attack speed. That, in my opinion, is a win-win-win. So we got the win-win-win. We're going to do a resurrection just to keep all of those annoying swords up in the top side. This player did a fantastic job cutting down the swords in the top side. We just took down their dragon because we did have so many spears. And now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to duplicate some of these archers, because how can you not love archers? Drop another snake in nice and deep on the enemy. And it looks like this will allow us to get that next tier up, and we should be able to hit 2,800k points, or 2,800, it's not k, just 2,800 points in the Duel Towers. We have 100 more to go for this video. Maybe, depending on everything, I might try and go up a little bit higher than that. We will see once we get closer. But I do want to open up whatever chest that comes in the rewards. Alright, so let's see if we can get a flawless one. Fingers crossed, here we go. No, we got a regular one, so that is totally fine. My expectations weren't super high for it, so it is what it is. So now we're going up against pretty much a 2700k Lich. We're going to go back to using Tyranids. This one could be challenging as well. I think that other problem was... Alright, we got Tyranids out in this. Okay, and we have the swords. Perfect. Alright, so... Wouldn't be surprised if this is our second loss of the day. This person does have really good heroes, so this person is not... this is not a weak opponent. They also have the Onyx Dragon, so this is going to be interesting, that's for sure. But we are going to do our best nonetheless. So their Ophidius is in that top left section. And I don't know if our Rufio can get all the way over. He kind of can. So if we can take out some of those Warlocks, I think that would be really good for us. Doesn't look like we're going to get all of them, but we were able to get a good amount. So we're going to drop that there. We're going to start speeding up everything on this bottom side. We are starting to get some good damage going out. They took down our Jax, which I'm not super happy about. It looks like our Virion is fine, and actually our Tyranids is doing fine as well. So now we're starting to make it onto the backline for the opponents. See if we can get some more stuff up. Our Ophidius is getting stunned up, which is not good. There we go. Now we can get her out. And it looks like they still have their Rufio up and going. So we're just going to do a little blast out there. Their Rufio is trying to come over to all of us. Looks like we're losing out on a bunch of our DPS units. We did a resurrection, so now they're focusing our Elena. That's fine. We can handle that, and we are starting to take down more of their troops. So far, so good. We're almost onto their Jax. If we can make it onto their Jax, that would be huge. If we can keep our Belrog alive as well, I would really appreciate that, honestly. So now it looks like the Cleo finally procced the Eclipse of the Sun God, and our Virion is about to go down right now. Tyranids is still up, which is actually really nice. Can't go wrong with having your Tyranids still up. It looks like Jax just like blew up all of our swordsmen that were getting close to him. Their Fire Mage now, unfortunately, is starting to attack our archers. We will lose our archers. They'll swing around, and they got us in this fight. So good job to the enemy. Lich, jeez. Lich is just too strong. Too strong. Maybe I do have to go Zen Swords. Maybe that's what we have to do. Patrick is Onyx more desirable than the Noble Blood? I still think for like PVM, doing Void and everything else, I think that Noble Blood is still super important. When it comes to PvP, I think that the Onyx, if I had to pick, I'd go with the Onyx, but that's just me. I just think that there's so much crowd control that can come out of your Onyx that it would be very hard to do anything against it. It's super annoying to fight against it. All right, so we're going up against this opponent here. They do have 3 packs of archers. So we're going to open up with Denji, hopefully blast through this bottom side as fast as possible. That would be super nice if we're able to do that. The other thing I want to do is get our Rufio in nice and deep. Drop a snake down near their Ophidius. I don't know if... yeah, it doesn't look like we had enough damage to take out all of those archers, but we are swinging up from the bottom side. So this guy, I think, was 2900k core. So this guy was a much closer example to like our core power than other opponents. Leo's Pride will go off again. Perfect. So the enemy did a resurrection. We're going to do a resurrection. We're going to drop another snake down. So their swords are near our archers, which can be problematic for us. but we should be fine. And just to make sure that we're fine, I'm going to try to keep our archers and stuff alive a little bit longer with Thraxius for the heal. Yeah, leg kills is completely correct. The Onyx and Affliction with the crowd control bonuses, it is really good. For the Void and stuff, I still think that Noble Blood is the way to go. But for PvP, either a Onyx or a Topaz, I think Topaz is probably the best right now. With Hero Pred and all of the lightning abilities, you can start off the battle and pretty much instantly kill off multiple heroes of the enemy, and that's just so strong. It's absolutely nuts. All right, so we're up to 2,825. We're going up against Saint Seiya. So hopefully we do pretty good for this. Got our fingers crossed. And while this goes through, I will be right back. I just need to run to the little boys' room as this happens, so I will be right back. And we are back. Please let me know if the audio is still working. I just want to make sure I didn't mess anything up with this. Enough about toilet gameplay. Uh, it's actually really challenging. It's kind of like a game of I hope I don't drop this into the toilet. But we were successful, so everything's good. OGC merch, by the way, in the description below. You can get phone cases if you want a T-shirt. I think there's blankets. There's literally everything sold out completely. So go check that out. There's also Patreon down there if you guys are interested in joining Patreon. Um, we're going up against Ivan. So Ivan is in Blood Moon. I've faced Ivan on my main account and I lost. So honestly, guys, I would not be surprised if Ivan gets us here. Should we give it to Ivan? All right, let's try against Ivan. Again, I would not be super surprised. He was able to beat the OGC account, so if he gets this, he deserves it. That's for sure. So last little bit of mocha. I think for today, we'll only go up to 2,000 points, 900. Otherwise, this video might get way too long. Well, I'm glad that the formation is working out for you, Mr. Miller against Lich. All right, so Ivan's power side is on this bottom side as well. So let's see how this goes. So he's doing the Raxius Suns up against us. We have the Denji going off. So the next thing that we want to be able to do is we need to get our Rufio in nice and deep. Up, but our Rufio is down. Our Rufio is down. We are losing everything. Everything is going all over the place. Our Denji is finally getting deep. All right, cool. So we did get deep with our Denji. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is everything. Next, we're going to get some more archers and stuff. Just to keep this all going. It looks like their Ophidius did take down some vital stuff. So we're going to get our Ophidius stuff going up there. Luckily, our Jax is doing okay. And we're just going to do a little resurrection just to just kind of top everything off. So this time we did get Ivan. One of the big drawbacks that we did have with all of this was Ivan had the mage set from Clash of Fate because he's a good player and he's much smarter than me. I don't have the Clash of Fate mage set yet on this. I need a couple more Clashes of Fate in order to get that. Once I get that, then we'll do pretty good. However, I should note that this battle is not over yet, guys. It is still going on. So it is not over by a long shot. We're now working on his Topaz Dragon. Ivan, too strong, man. Too strong, Ivan. Somebody nerf this guy. Get this guy on the Clash of Fate team for Blood Moon. Alright, we're hitting their Virion now, which is good. I don't know if his Virion's Solantis procced, and if he even has the Solantis on it. He's got his Rufio in deep, but his Rufio is going after my Swordsman, which is fine. We have our Swordsman. We're kind of fully engulfing him. And we still have just over a pack of archers still alive. So Mr. Ivan, considering he was down 600k core, did an amazing job. Again, last time I fought Ivan on the my original OGC account, which I had him beat by probably 200k core, he beat me. Like this guy is pretty good. He's in Blood Moon, so right away you guys know that this is a serious contender and an amazing individual. So good job to Mr. Ivan. I'm glad that he came and he fought. So this should put us at 6,750 points. If we finish this in time, there's still one more Paladin alive. Okay, they're going down. So if we get one more win, then we'll hit the 2,900 points. We would have gained over 1,000 points in the Duel Towers. So yeah, I'd consider that a pretty good day. So good job, Mr. Ivan. You are amazing, sir. So here we go. Ooh. I don't know about you guys. I just had a sinking feeling in my stomach. Slightly nervous. This person's core is around Ivan. So all that I know is we have to play this one perfect. If we want any chance of winning, we will have to play this perfect. And this is for everything. This is for everything right here. So their heroes aren't fully developed yet. They're still at like 57 and stuff. So we're going to go for this bottom side and just try and overwhelm them. We'll open up with Denji. Hopefully they don't just kill off our Belrog right away. Hopefully our Belrog can live for a little bit. And it looks like we are able to collapse them so far on this bottom side. We'll jump in with Rufio. Rufio will come over. Because the archers had a moral boost, I don't know. Yeah, the Leo's Pride wasn't enough to like fully take it down. However, we were able to do a ton of damage. They went to do a Swordsman Resurrection, but they got wiped. So I'm pretty sure that this is everything for us for the day. We will get our Rufio going because WKM or WKD, I'm sorry, will want to see our Rufio do stuff. And who can blame them, really? We'll do our Raxius because why not do your Raxius? If you have a Raxius out there, you might as well use them. and we'll get the ammo going for Jax. So, if you guys have not already, please take a quick moment out of your day, if you don't mind. Smash the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate that. That would let me know that you guys want more live streams. If you hit this the thumbs up button, if you leave a comment, because this will eventually get turned into a video. If you leave a comment that you guys want more live streams, then I can do what I can to make that possible. I'll have to do maybe in the OGC community chat. I'll ask about what time works best for you guys. That way we can do it together. Yeah, Remy said, "Oh man, once you have sword research and Chakra, you're going to be beast." Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. So let's go check out the rewards. Ooh, I really want that divine egg too. So we got another runestone. So for the OGC community chat, send a friend request to 295-34919. I will add you guys into the OGC community chat. Again, smash the thumbs up button for this. That will let me know that you guys want more live streams. Thank you guys for coming along with this journey for me. It was a pretty epic growth in this fight or Duel Tower so far. I'm super excited for this new Duel Tower season. We'll be able to do it together. Hopefully bring you guys more live streams as we compete in it. Subscribe if you have not subscribed already. In the link below in the description for all my videos, you will see the OGC Patreon. So if you guys want to further support everything, there's a merch store in there if you guys want to get some cool swagger. Or the one that I actually really like is the phone cases. You can get that. There's Android and Apple, etc. And also, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you guys for being here and part of the OGC community. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to go add everyone into the chat. Then I'm going to go relax for a little bit. So have a wonderful day, guys. As always, I will see you guys tomorrow.